Question 1. When you see this sign, what must you do before proceeding safely? A. Slow down and check for traffic. B. Stop completely, then give way. C. Speed up to clear the intersection. D. Sound your horn to alert others. Answers is B. Stop completely, then give way. A stop sign means you must come to a complete stop at the stop line or as close as practicable to the intersection and give way to all other traffic before proceeding. Question 2. What is the correct procedure when approaching an unmarked intersection in a rural area? A. Always give way to vehicles from the right. B. Speed up to clear the intersection quickly. C. Slow down, look for traffic, and be ready to stop. D. Assume you have the right of way. Answers is C. Slow down, look for traffic, and be ready to stop. At an unmarked intersection, you should slow down, look carefully for other traffic in all directions, and be prepared to stop if necessary to avoid a collision. Drive cautiously. Question 3. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. You must stop immediately. B. You must give way to all traffic. C. You have the right of way. D. No U-turns are allowed. Answers is B. You must give way to all traffic. A give way sign indicates that you must give way to all other traffic. This means you must slow down or stop if necessary to avoid a collision with vehicles on the intersecting road. Question 4. What is the recommended safe following distance in good conditions? A. 1 car length. B. Enough space to see the other car's tires. C. A gap behind the vehicle ahead. D. A gap behind the vehicle ahead. Answers is C. A gap behind the vehicle ahead. The rule is a simple way to maintain a safe following distance. In poor conditions, rain, fog, this gap should be increased to 4 seconds or more. Question 5. What action should you take when you see this sign? A. Proceed with caution. B. Do not enter this road. C. You have priority. D. Turn left only. Answers is B. Do not enter this road. This sign means do not enter. It indicates that vehicles are prohibited from entering the road or lane where the sign is displayed. It is often seen at the exit of a one-way street. Question 6. When is it permissible to use your hazard warning lights? A. When double parked for a short time. B. When your vehicle is a temporary hazard. C. When driving in heavy rain. D. When you are lost. Answers is B. When your vehicle is a temporary hazard. Hazard warning lights should only be used to warn other drivers of a hazard, such as a broken down vehicle or a sudden obstruction on the road, not for convenience. Question 7. What does this sign prohibit? A. Stopping at any time. B. Parking only during certain hours. C. Overtaking other vehicles. D. Making a U-turn. Answers is A. Stopping at any time. A no stopping sign means you are not permitted to stop your vehicle at any time in the area where the sign applies, even for a short period to pick up or drop off passengers. Question 8. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on a freeway? A. Stay in your car and wait. B. Try to fix the problem on the road. C. Move to the shoulder, use hazards, call for help. D. Walk to the nearest service station. Answers is C. Move to the shoulder, use hazards, call for help. If your vehicle breaks down on a freeway, you should try to pull off the road safely, activate your hazard lights, and if safe, exit the vehicle and wait away from traffic before calling for assistance. Question 9. What does this sign indicate? A. No pedestrians allowed. B. No parking is allowed. C. Only taxis can park here. D. You must give way. Answers is B, no parking is allowed. A no parking sign means you are not permitted to park your vehicle in that area. You may stop for a short period to pick up or drop off passengers or goods, but the driver must remain with the vehicle. Question 10. When are you permitted to make a U-turn at an intersection? A. Only if there's no traffic approaching. B. If the intersection has traffic lights. C. Only where a permitted sign is present. D. When the road is wide enough. Answers is C. Only where a permitted sign is present. In Australia, U-turns at intersections are generally prohibited unless there is a specific sign indicating that U-turns are permitted at that location. Always check for signage. Question 11. How should you approach a roundabout with this sign? A. Give way to all vehicles in the roundabout. B. Enter without yielding if your exit is clear. C. Always stop before entering the roundabout. D. Give way only to vehicles on your right. Answers is A. Give way to all vehicles in the roundabout. When approaching a roundabout, you must give way to any vehicle already in the roundabout. This sign specifically indicates a circular intersection. Question 12. What does a continuous white line in the middle of the road mean? A. You may overtake with caution. B. You must not cross or straddle the line. C. It indicates a cycling lane. D. It is a temporary marking for roadworks. Answers is B. You must not cross or straddle the line. A continuous white line, solid line, indicates that it is illegal to cross or straddle the line. This means no overtaking if it's on your side of the road or no changing lanes. Question 13. What is the maximum speed limit by this sign? A. 29 km per hour. B. 70 km per hour. C. 50 km per hour. D. No limit applies. Answers is C. 50 km per hour. This sign indicates a maximum speed limit of 50 km per hour. Drivers must not exceed this speed in the area where the sign is posted. Question 14. What should you do if you are driving in heavy fog? A. Use your high beam headlights. B. Drive close to the car in front for guidance. C. Slow down, use low beam headlights, increase gap. D. Turn off your headlights to reduce glare. Answers is C. Slow down, use low beam headlights, increase gap. In heavy fog, you should slow down significantly, use your low beam headlights or fog lights if fitted, and increase your following distance to allow more time to react. Question 15. What does this sign warn you about? A. A pedestrian crossing ahead. B. A children's play area. C. No pedestrians allowed. D. A hospital zone. Answers is A. A pedestrian crossing ahead. This sign warns drivers that there is a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down and stop for pedestrians who may be crossing or waiting to cross. Question 16. When parking on a street, how close can you legally park to an intersection without traffic lights? A. 1 meter. B. 3 meters. C. 6 meters. D. No specific distance required. Answers is C. 6 meters. You must not park within 6 meters of an intersection without traffic lights, unless there is a sign permitting parking within that distance or you are picking off passengers quickly. Question 17. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. A tourist attraction. B. Road works are ahead. C. A construction zone has ended. D. A picnic area. Answers is B. Road works are ahead. This sign warns drivers that there are road works ahead. Drivers should slow down, be prepared for changed conditions, and follow any temporary traffic instructions or speed limits. Question 18. Before moving from a parked position, what should you do? A. Just check your mirrors quickly. B. Check mirrors, signal and look over shoulder. C. Signal and immediately pull out. D. Wait for a gap and then accelerate. Answers is B. Check mirrors, signal and look over shoulder. Before moving from a parked position, you must check your mirrors, signal your intention, and perform a head check over your shoulder to ensure no vehicle or cyclist is in your blind spot. Question 19. What does this sign mean for overtaking? A. Overtaking is B. Overtaking is prohibited. C. Overtake only on the left. D. Overtake if the road is clear. Answers is B. Overtaking is prohibited. This sign means no overtaking. You must not overtake other vehicles on this section of the road until you pass an end no overtaking sign or enter a new speed zone. Question 20. What is the primary purpose of A? A. To keep you comfortable. B. To prevent you from falling asleep. C. To restrain you in a crash. D. To comply with car manufacturer's warranty. Answers is C. To restrain you in a crash. A is designed to restrain occupants in the event of a collision, preventing them from being thrown forward or out of the vehicle, significantly reducing the risk of injury or death. Question 21. What does this mandatory sign instruct you to do? A. Turn right ahead. B. Proceed straight ahead. C. Make a U-turn. D. Stop and give way. Answers is B. Proceed straight ahead. This sign means proceed straight. It is a mandatory sign indicating that vehicles must continue straight ahead and are not permitted to turn left or right at the upcoming intersection. Question 22. When changing lanes, what is the correct procedure? A. Check mirrors, signal, then change lanes. B. Check mirrors, signal, head check, then change. C. Signal, then immediately change lanes. D. Just change lanes if the gap is big. Answers is B. Check mirrors, signal, head check, then chain. The correct procedure for changing lanes involves checking your mirrors, indicating signaling your intention, performing a head check for blind spots, and then smoothly merging when safe. Question 23. What does this sign indicate for traffic? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right ahead. C. Turn left ahead. D. No right turn. Answers is B. Turn right ahead. This is a mandatory sign indicating turn right. Vehicles must turn right at the intersection or point where this sign is displayed. Question 24. When is it illegal to use a mobile phone while driving? A. Only when making a call. B. Only if held to the ear. C. Anytime it's not in a cradle or hands-free. D. Only when stopped at traffic lights. Answers is C. Anytime it's not in a cradle or hands-free. It is illegal to use a mobile phone that is not in a commercially designed cradle or operating hands-free while driving. This includes touching or resting it on your lap or shoulder. Question 25. What does this sign instruct drivers to do? A. Turn left ahead. B. Proceed straight. C. Turn right ahead. D. No left turn. Answers is A. Turn left ahead. This mandatory sign means turn left. Drivers must turn left at the upcoming intersection or turn point. Question 26. What should you do when you approach a school zone during school hours? A. Continue at the normal speed limit. B. Slow down to the school zone speed. C. Sound your horn to alert children. D. Park and wait for school to end. Answers is B. Slow down to the school zone speed. During school zone hours, you must reduce your speed to the posted limit, usually 40, and be extra vigilant for children who may be crossing the road or unpredictable in their movements. Question 27. What does this warning sign indicate? A flat road ahead. B, a steep ascent or uphill grade. C, a steep descent or downhill grade. D, a winding road. Answers is B, a steep ascent or uphill grade. This sign warns drivers of a steep ascent ahead. Drivers should be prepared for the incline, potentially needing to change to a lower gear to maintain power or speed. Question 28. When must you use your vehicle's headlights? A, only after sunset. B, from sunset to sunrise or in poor visibility. C, only when it is raining heavily. D, only on rural roads. Answers is B, from sunset to sunrise or in poor visibility. Must be used from sunset to sunrise, and at any other time when visibility is poor, such as in fog, heavy rain, or dust storms, to ensure you can see and be seen. Question 29. What does this warning sign indicate? A steep ascent. B, a steep descent or downhill grade. C, a level crossing. D, a slippery road. Answers is B, a steep descent or downhill grade. This sign warns drivers of a steep descent ahead. Drivers should select a lower gear to control their speed and use engine braking, avoiding continuous use of foot brakes to prevent overheating. Question 30. At A, if there are no signs or lines, who must give way? A, vehicles turning right. B, the vehicle on the terminating road. C, the vehicle on the continuing road. D, vehicles from the left. Answers is B, the vehicle on the terminating road. At an unmarked, the driver of the vehicle on the road that ends the terminating road must give way to any vehicle traveling on the continuing road. Question 31. What does this warning sign alert drivers to? A dry road ahead. B, a slippery road surface. C, an uneven road. D, loose gravel. Answers is B, a slippery road surface. This sign warns of a slippery road ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed, avoid sudden braking or acceleration, and increase their following distance, especially in wet conditions. Question 32. When should you signal your intentions to turn or change lanes? A, just as you are turning. B, after you start turning. C, well before you turn or change lanes. D, only if other vehicles are present. Answers is C, well before you turn or change lanes. You should indicate your intention well in advance of turning or changing lanes to give other road users sufficient time to react and adjust their driving accordingly, ensuring safety. Question 33. What does this warning sign signify? A, freshly paved road. B, loose gravel or stone materials. C, road under construction. D, slippery road ahead. Answers is B, loose gravel or stone materials. This sign warns of loose gravel or stone materials on the road. Drivers should slow down, drive smoothly, and increase their following distance to avoid kicking up stones or losing traction. Question 34. What is the correct way to merge onto a freeway? A, stop at the end of the ramp and wait for a gap. B, accelerate to match freeway speed, find a gap, merge. C, merge slowly into the freeway lane. D, force your way into traffic. Answers is B, accelerate to match freeway speed, find a gap, merge. When merging onto a freeway, use the acceleration lane to match the speed of freeway traffic, indicate your intention, identify a safe gap, and then merge smoothly without disrupting flow. Question 35. What does this sign mean regarding railway crossings? A. No railway crossing. B. A railway crossing ahead. C. A railway crossing ahead. D. A pedestrian railway crossing. Answers is B. A railway crossing ahead. This sign warns drivers of a railway crossing ahead. Drivers must be prepared to stop if a train is approaching and follow all warning signals and signs at the crossing. Question 36. Why is it important to check your tire pressure regularly? A. To keep the car clean. B. For safety, fuel efficiency and tire life. C. To activate the car's cruise control. D. It's only necessary before long trips. Answers is B. For safety, fuel efficiency and tire life. Correct tire pressure is crucial for road safety, ensuring optimal grip, handling and braking. It also improves fuel efficiency and extends the of your tires. Question 37. What does this sign warn about at a railway crossing? A crossing. B. A railway crossing ahead. C. No trains currently operating. D. A pedestrian-only crossing. Answers is B. A railway crossing ahead. This sign warns of a railway crossing ahead. Drivers must exercise extreme caution, look for trains from both directions, and never proceed until it is safe to do so. Question 38. What should you do if you encounter a red traffic light and wish to turn left? A. You can turn left if no cars are coming. B. You must wait for a green arrow. C. You must stop and wait for a green light. D. You can turn if a sign permits left turn on red. Answers is C. You must stop and wait for a green light. In Australia, a red traffic light generally means stop. You cannot turn left on a red light unless there is a sign explicitly permitting it, e.g., left turn on red after stopping, which is rare. Question 39. What does this sign indicate about the road? A scenic route. B. Beginning of A. C. End of A. D. A toll road. Answers is B. Beginning of A. This sign indicates the beginning of a motorway or expressway. These roads typically have higher speed limits, restricted access, and no traffic lights or pedestrians. Question 40. When driving on unsealed dirt roads, what special precautions should you take? A. Drive faster to avoid dust. B. Reduce speed, allow more space, watch for hazards. C. Keep your high beams on at all times. D. Ignore dust, it's harmless. Answers is B. Reduce speed, allow more space, watch for hazards. Roads can be unpredictable with loose surfaces, potholes, and visibility from dust. Reduce your speed, increase following distance, and be alert for hazards. Question 41. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A road for trucks only. B. A road for motor vehicles only. C. End of motor vehicle road. D. A shared path for bicycles. Answers is B. A road for motor vehicles only. This sign indicates a road for motor vehicles. It means that only motor vehicles are permitted to use this road. Pedestrians, cyclists, and vehicles are generally prohibited. Question 42. What is the safest way to respond to an emergency braking situation? A. Pump the brakes repeatedly. B. Steer sharply to avoid the obstacle. C. Brake firmly and steer to avoid hazards if needed. D. Close your eyes and brace for impact. Answers is C. Brake firmly and steer to avoid hazards if needed. In an emergency braking situation, apply firm, continuous pressure to the brake pedal. If your vehicle has ABS, it will prevent wheel lock. Steer only as much as necessary to avoid a hazard. Question 43. What does this sign signify? A two-way traffic ahead. B. A one-way road. C. No entry for all vehicles. D. A dead-end road. Answers is B. A one-way road. This sign indicates a one-way road. All traffic must travel in the same direction, which is by the arrow. Drivers should not drive against the arrow. Question 44. What information does this sign provide to drivers? A. Speed limit 300 km per hour. B. Object 300 meters ahead. C. Minimum speed 300 km per hour. D. Turn right in 300 meters. Answers is B. Object 300 meters ahead. This supplementary plate indicates the distance to the object or condition to which the main sign applies. In this case, the object or condition is 300 meters straight ahead. Question 45. What is the correct lane discipline on a multi-lane road? A. Drive in any lane you prefer. B. Keep left unless overtaking or turning right. C. Always drive in the lane. D. Only use the left lane for slow driving. Answers is B. Keep left unless overtaking or turning right. On multi-lane roads with a speed limit over 80, or where a keep left unless overtaking sign is present, you must drive in the left lane unless overtaking, turning right, or avoiding an obstruction. Question 46. What does this sign indicate about parking? A. Park perpendicular to the curb. B. Park parallel to the curb. C. Parking only for motorcycles. D. No parking at all. Answers is B. Park parallel to the curb. This supplementary plate indicates the method of parking. This specific sign means that vehicles should park parallel to the carriageway edge or curb. Question 47. What does this sign indicate about the priority road at an intersection? A. The road ahead has no priority. B. The main road turns sharply ahead. C. A pedestrian crossing is ahead. D. Traffic must turn left. Answers is B. The main road turns sharply ahead. This sign is a supplementary plate used with a give way or stop sign. It shows the direction of the priority road, indicating that the priority road makes a sharp turn ahead. Question 48. What does this prohibitory sign mean? A. Turn right only. B. No right turn. C. Proceed straight or turn right. D. Yield to traffic. Answers is B. No right turn. This sign means no right turn. Drivers are prohibited from making a right turn at the intersection or junction where this sign is displayed. Question 49. What does this prohibitory sign forbid? A. Turn left only. B. No left turn. C. Proceed straight or turn left. D. Yield to traffic. Answers is B. No left turn. This sign means no left turn. Drivers are prohibited from making a left turn at the intersection or junction where this sign is displayed. Question 50. What action is forbidden by this sign? A. Turn right. B. Making a U-turn. C. Turning left. D. Stopping. Answers is B. Making a U-turn. This sign means no. Drivers are prohibited from making a U-turn at the location where this sign is posted. Always observe signs for permitted maneuvers.